What up, people? Coach V, New Breed Boxing. What to do in between rounds in the middle of a fight. So you're gonna notice right off the top when you're in an actual fight, the energy is completely different. You're gonna see a lot more people. You're gonna have a lot more distractions, a lot more chaos. You know, when you're in the gym, you're usually around people you know, you're comfortable, you're kind of at your, at your highest comfort zone possible under the circumstances. But when you're at a fight, whether you're in your hometown and you got your whole family there screaming for you all crazy, that's draining. That's not really always a relaxing thing. Some people take it as a confidence builder. Some people find it to be worse, more pressure. Or you're behind enemy lines and you're in somebody else's backyard and their whole family's cursing you out, calling you a bum. They don't even know you. But this is what it is. People are crazy. The crowd is just usually filled with a bunch of goons anyway. So with that being said, you gotta conserve as much energy as possible and then direct all that energy to your performance, to your opponent, trying to take him out, finish the fight, and if nothing else, at the very least, outwork his ass so much that you leave it beyond a shadow of a doubt who the clear winner is, you know what I mean? So, every time the bell rings in between rounds, whether it's a 3-4 round amateur fight or a professional fight, 4 to 12 rounds, whatever the case may be, you're gonna immediately, calmly walk back to your corner, okay? Sit down. If you got a good coach, hopefully, good corner, you're gonna have your coach, and you're gonna have also, if need be, on standby, a cut man, and basically, if the coach is doing his job properly, he's gonna, first of all, calm you down, breathing, deep breaths. You can do counts if you want. Some people find that to be too annoying to try to count every breath. But basically, you're gonna breathe in as deep as you can, past the chest to the diaphragm, relaxing your arms on your knees, don't let them hang. Take the deepest breath you could take, hold it, count 4 or 5 seconds on the hold. It's up to you, everybody's different. Find your comfort zone, find what's good for you. Hold the breath, then slowly exhale through your mouth. So you're breathing through your nose. Big deep breath past your chest to the diaphragm. Hold the breath for 4 to 5 seconds. Then slowly exhale everything. Don't push it out, just let it naturally flow. And then hold the exhale for a couple seconds. And then at that point, your coach, if he's doing the right thing, he should ask you how you feel. And then you give him a quick answer. You only got 1 minute, so make it a short, quick answer. Get right to the point. Let him know what you feel. If you feel good, tell him that. If you feel like you got an injury, that's extremely important. Now, if you're hurt, your coach should pick up on that. If it's something that only you know about, maybe like some weird, reoccurring injury or something that maybe isn't too apparent on the outside looking in, you got to let your coach know that right away, because that's going to affect the game plan. If you have an injury that would prohibit you from doing a certain defensive or offensive maneuver, his advice is going to be useless at that point. So you got to have that line of communication as clear as possible with your coach. So you tell him if you're injured, if you are, what it is, and then from that point, he's going to tell you, what he sees, what he thinks you need to do, and during that whole time you're listening, you're going to be breathing, working on lowering your heart rate. Okay, your heart rate is going to be super high. It's going to be higher than usual, especially in a fight. So first things first, sit down. Breathe, relax, tell your coach what's going on, listen to his feedback. Then you stand up a couple of seconds before the bell rings. You don't want to be laying there looking like, Tony Montana in the restaurant at the end of the, like at the end of the meal, like all fat and blow. You just get your ass up about 3 or 4 seconds before the bell is gonna ring. Get your feet under you, start bouncing around again, look like you got some life in you. And when you head back out there, you should be completely refreshed, re-engaged, completely disconnect yourself from whatever happened in the previous round, whether it was good, bad, or indifferent. Don't, listen, if you got somebody hurt, then jump right on them. If you know what I'm saying, if you got cut short and they got saved by the bell, take that momentum, finish the job. That's cool, jump on them right away. Not recklessly, calculated risk, be smart about it. But at the same time, keep that momentum. If you got your ass kicked in that previous round, don't let it mentally, fluster you. Keep yourself reminded that this new round is a whole new opportunity for you to come back fresh and completely do a 180 and change the tide of the fight in your favor. And, If you got stung a little bit, you're hurt, use your footwork a little bit, kind of regroup yourself, and then start re-engaging at your tempo, on your terms, ideally. And if the guy's bringing the pressure to you, you're just gonna have to kind of float around and stay on the bike until you can get yourself mentally back in the game. And then, when you go back to the corner the next round, in between rounds, you're gonna repeat the process and just look at every round as a new opportunity to reestablish, your dominance, or to, again, if you're not the one that was dominant in the previous round, to just turn everything around, because a lot of times people don't realize, an old tactic people used to do, and some people still do, is they try to steal the round. The last, 10 seconds of the round, you get the warning, like that. Guys, start stunting. They go from being conservative to being real aggressive. That's just an old school tactic that guys do to kind of conserve themselves, but still create the impression that they're winning or that they're dominating heavily. And everybody's different. Some guys like to come out from the onset on some Mike Tyson shit, throwing bombs first contact. However your style is, that's completely up to you. But the main thing is to make sure you realize how many rounds you're fighting. Don't burn yourself out. And then when you do go back to that corner, get the most out of the situation. And, I'll be making another video from the coach's perspective on this as well. But this is just a little, little advice, couple of tips that I think, it's always served me well, and I think it'll serve you guys well. Put your thoughts in the comment section. Also, give me some ideas for new topics. I got a lot already, like I said, but I'm always willing to put something to the front of the line if you got a nice hot topic that I think is of importance. Hope you found this informative. Like, subscribe, comment, share. Go check out my Instagram, coach.v_, and hit that notification bell so we know you're out there. So the next time we up out of here, I hope.